Welcome to the Old World Fanatics, your Warhammer Fantasy podcast to quench your hobby thirst for all things the old world. I'm one of your hosts, Gummo. I'm back from Bali, and I'm joined by Andrew and Josh. Still drinking some bin tools. But anyway.
Beautiful. Diet Coke. Beautiful intro.
How's everyone? And not only that, whole world's back. What the hell? That's that preview was awesome.
Back on the menu.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that is obviously what we're talking about tonight.
On the website again.
Yeah, I know, something different. Sorry, Josh, let me move that thing. It's right in your sponsorship. Yeah, one of the buttons.
Oh, everything's gone. Oh, hello.
How are you guys anyway? Before we blast into it, I hadn't seen you. How are you guys? Did well with Cam. Went through some bat rep stuff. That was cool. Last week.
Yeah. Got our final game in last night.
Yes, you did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he'll get
the War of the Beard.
Yep, the grand finale. But think we'll be doing hopefully something else soon.
Yeah, well, after you were talking last week, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, cool! I want to get involved in this." So, what some of my armies can be used in this stuff. So, yeah,
I reckon. Good. Yeah, because it's keen to do Brett's next. He said, so we'll try something in that thing. Plenty of Bretonnian wars against Empire and Orcs and everyone.
Beastman can always get thrown in there as well.
Is he talking about doing another White Dwarf sort of adaptation, or is he potentially going to make up his own little sequence?
I think it's like looking to scale back, possibly not the multi sort of. Just like a big narrative version of one battle. Was that? Yeah, basically just try and single narratives, but around histories and things like that, which would be cool. That would be really cool.
The only other thing that might be interesting is if you'd have to do it in one night. So it's like if you do a little battle march game and then do a big game and join the two of them together. Like, although you're the one who just played in 3, you're probably going, dude, no. It never takes a short amount of time.
It doesn't. Like, I mean, the thing is, a full-size game takes so long that adding in a little entree battle march actually then just blow like
it will. It would.
5 hour.
Like 5-6 hours. Anyway, hey, I better say hi to some of our awesome people in the chat. Mark's there. I think Mark's not going to be here for long, and I've got something special to bring up soon, so I better do that soon. Jelly. Oh, that's not our jelly, is it? Jelly 25? Is it?
I assume it is. Isn't it? How many jellies are there?
Well, I don't know.
I
just don't recognise the 25 on the end of it. So, where's Sexy Jelly? Isn't it Sexy Jelly? I don't know.
It is on the
Who knows?
Patreon. I don't think he goes.
The poor dude. It's probably not. He's like, what are they talking
YouTube?
About? Yeah. Entries in there. Well, how's that? Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And obviously, our usual Maddie's there and John as well. So, yes, we're going to try and get through some of these. Hopefully people aren't sick of watching videos on people go through Man Reed's article and look at, and drool over pictures, but it's the only news we've had for ages. So there we go.
Look, they haven't had any Man Reed's article gear for like a good 9 months. So they're frothing for it. They want us to be sitting here reading our article.
Okay, well, before I do that, and big shout out. If you are in there, please. I mean, these guys are commenting.
That was the genesis of our podcast, but reading out those arcane things.
Yeah, you're right. We kept having to move the days around to try and prophesize or whatever the word is when it's going to come out.
And it would always happen 24 hours afterward.
Exactly, yeah.
But we have a new series of things to do now this year, and, it started right at the beginning of the year with the big shout out, from Mark, for his plastic kit predictions for the year.
Oh!
So, I'm going to just lead off
a new segment
with the initial plastic kit count. Is at 6, okay? So everyone's going to score this at home. But up until the weekend, it was 6. Now, I'm giving him credit to say, like, if when they have a box and then they pull it apart and release it separate, that's new kits as well. Like, I'm assuming that's what he meant when he said.
What do you mean? Wait.
Well, you know how like they'll have like a battalion box and then they'll rip it apart and sell the units individually. Yeah. They're all plastic kits. I'm giving it like, do you know what I mean? So like if it's one battalion box and then they split it up to 3, that's 4 kits released. Because it's 4 SKUs. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that how you view it? I'm pretty sure that's what Mark. But you want 46 or whatever it was individual plastic injection molded sprue. Right? Yeah.
Is it?
Wait.
Josh runs a hard bargain.
Wait. Sorry. Can you read?
So Cafe Battalion box, which has 2 cannons and knights and stuff, is 1 box. But then when you release the cannons separate, that's a 2nd plastic kit count. And then when you do the lances separate, that's a 3rd. That's how I'm counting it.
So you're talking about plastic kit releases or box releases?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I was totally thinking just plastic kits. Why would you double count them?
I thought it was like new unit, like new.
Okay, I'm giving Mark a heads up.
I feel like you're getting outvoted here, Gomo.
Yeah.
Well, I can go hard if you want. But I just
the mounted aspiring champ.
Okay, even Mark has something. Mark agrees. The individual units count, but the battalion box doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, well, we can wipe the battalion box later, but I'm adding them in for you at the moment. I can reduce that later then. That's fine. I'm happy to be, if people want to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to, I don't know, I'm trying to give him, I'm doubting him.
Trying to give him some free points.
Yeah, it's 40.
You're gonna have. I feel like you're actually not. You're doubting him more. I have more faith in him than you at this point. I'm like, no, he can do it. He doesn't need this.
He doesn't need the pseudo stuff. That's no faith. Exactly. Anyway, that's how I'm counting. And if people are going, where do we get 6? So I've got like Marauders on foot, Marauders on horse, Defenders of the Great Bastion Army Reinforced. I might have missed one already. And then because I was supposed to have the actual Marauders together, idiot. The Ironhail Gunner, Crane by themselves, Peasants, and the Astra Mancers or something. So it's like 6. Maybe it is 7. I don't know. Now I don't know how I counted it. So
okay, right, yeah.
With the releases that we know are now coming, and now maybe I am wrong because of how you guys have just convinced me. I've got it at around 13 is now coming at the moment with the core set, Champions of Chaos, Chaos Warriors, Chaos Knights, Chaos Dragons, Warriors of the Chaos, and like the 2 Battle March separate. That's why I added them on after. So if it's not that, it's going to be like 10 or something.
I'm confused.
Well,
there's new units, right? Isn't there only?
No, it's plastic. I thought he said plastic boxes. So that's why I'm just like, what plastic box releases are we buying? And that's why I'm adding up. So that's the count. How many different things can you go in and buy in the shop that are made of plastic? Right, Some things are the same. Like you can buy a Battle March kit and you can buy the core set. But that's 2 things, even though they've got the same figures in them. Otherwise, it gets too hard. How do you do a Battle March? Like you're not going to get credit for a Battle March box? So you're not including the new Magic cards and all that coming out? Well, I'm happy to say you don't get credit for a Battle March box then, but I'm pretty sure you do. Anyway. It doesn't really matter, but that's how I'm counting it.
Okay, plastic kits. This is should have clarified this with Mark.
Very confused. I thought it was just
the original claim came out.
Realize there'd be all the different categories and different exceptions. A lot more complicated than.
Well, I don't know. Mine's easy. It's just how many boxes are sitting on a shelf. Where you're like, what's a plastic kit? Is that?
Yeah, I know.
Is that
we're all just got different expectations?
Like, is the box that comes with a horse and a miniature in one box? Is that 2 plastic kits?
The number of sprues per box. Oh, yeah.
Or is that 1 box? Well, you know when they have the hero on the mount and a dude on them in the 1 box. That's 1 release. I'm counting that as. But is that?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about because I was thinking you were going to bring up. Like, how you can, split out. Yeah. Because often, even the Chaos Dragon kit, they said they could have whatever mount you don't use, as in whatever rider you don't use. Like, he's got the Sorcerer and the Lord. You would actually be able to put the other one on foot.
Yeah, you can, yeah. But I count that as 1 release. It's the Chaos Dragon.
Okay, that's 1 kit?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Doesn't that answer your question then?
Well, I don't know. That's how I'm counting them. That's why you get, like, if you get a core set and then you also get the separate boxes separate, which have some of the same miniatures. They're separate releases. I'm giving the credit that way. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many blue boxes do you buy is basically how I'm counting it.
Okay.
So everyone knows that's how I'm counting it. So if Mark
so we're at 13.
Count, that's all cool.
Cool. We're at 10 minutes now. Can we move on to another topic?
Well, he had to go, so I had to call it out first. So there you go. Well, yeah, and sorry, he did. Mark said he set a list in. I don't know what's happening. He did actually, and they're all like iOS rebate, like Age of Sigmar version used in Old World.
Use it no, it needs to be specifically Old World release, surely.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, cool. Yeah, that was all for Mark's, but I'll take that off now. Sorry, it's in the way. Yeah, cool. Well, we can just get into it now that I've wasted 10 minutes. So if that's cool with you.
So we didn't have this sort of influence last week, and that's why we finished an hour and 40 minutes in. Because...
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, can you move the Element Games off my head?
Yeah. I'll just turn it off. Port Element Games.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna do it so much quicker.
There we go. Coolio. Wow, big summer preview. So I have already done a YouTube video of this. So I'm very interested to hear your guys' thoughts because I've already thrown my thoughts out there.
Well, I haven't even heard your thoughts, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Cool. Where do we want to start? Just read through. We obviously did anyone? I'm assuming you guys just got up like I did at 4 and watched it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I wonder how many people.
We're all up. I don't know why we didn't bother live streaming it.
Yeah.
We're all up in this room watching it all together, and we could have just hit that button, hit live stream, but we just forgot to do it.
So yeah, they led off with the Warhammer the Old World core set. So we're getting a full 2-player old school. Well, not old school, but like awesome 2-player kit. Obviously, all the rumors are pretty much true. When this came up, I mean, what's your 10,000 foot view of it? Like, what do you think straight away when you saw it? Before you delve into the individual minis,
that looks really cool. Is it Battle March size? It looks like Battle March size. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
I think that's the claim. Yes.
I haven't actually seen this image before, so cool. That's my first thought.
Oh, okay.
What?
You must have seen some of it.
I mean, I've read it, and like I read.
Okay, you sort of just.
For some reason, I didn't hit this one, but yeah. Cool.
Ooh. Yeah.
Awesome.
I liked how they did it too. Like they had they did sort of bring it up, and then they sort of went into the Cathay one first, but then they went and all new, Warriors of Chaos, and obviously that was the exciting bit, given that it's the same models with Cathay. But that's totally fine. This is sort of a break from.
Okay, what I'll say is this is the first time the Cathay army has looked like it's against an army that's also fits as almost like his Cathay, it is a more modern style. It's slightly different scale. It's very detailed. But suddenly both these armies actually, you're starting to get a whole picture of the modern Warhammer Old World aesthetic.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like it's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah. Because sometimes it's a bit disjointed. Well, it's definitely disjointed when you're seeing Cathay sitting there.
By itself it is.
You even get a bit disjointed with the old school stuff where you got like those really old derpy, like, the treeman from 5th Ed or whatever, like looks like just made of whatever.
Yeah,
and then versus an 8th Ed sculpt, sometimes they even look a bit weird.
Yeah, but you're saying like even if you're on the table with the Cathay stuff, is that what you mean? Like,
and then when you're on, it's even worse than when you plunk, Cathay against it. Yeah.
Because it is a slightly different aesthetic. It's more modern. Like it actually, like I like the Cathay stuff. I really do, and it fits the Old World aesthetic. But it is updated, and it's really it does look different.
It is so funny how
stuff fits nicely.
Quickly, like 12 months later, you look at the Cathay, you go, it's a bit old. Why are they bringing up that?
Have you seen all the people online and they're trying to already split boxes and they're like, I just said, I'm going to go halves. Yeah. You can have the Cathay.
Well, I want to talk that. We'll get to that when we talk about that because this box is a bit interesting like that, isn't it? Even the rule book potentially might be a bit weird like that. But anyway, So anyway, like the other thing I picked up, well, I think I don't know, isn't this is definitely more modern now. Like I feel like if I remember back, what are all the like fantasy battle ones more like showing off the miniatures?
Yeah.
And now they're like in the last few versions of AOS and stuff, they've all done the artwork.
Well, it didn't. Originally, it was just the artwork as well, right? Like it was only more sort of like that.
I can't remember.
early 2000s. Like, wasn't it like late?
Yeah, you're right.
6th ed to 8th ed was when they had pictures of models.
No, you're right, because the 4th, 5th ed's got the Bratz versus the Lisman on the front box and stuff. Yeah,
which is awesome art. Which is awesome artwork.
I just think. I brought this up in the video. Like now we've got a box for Old World, and that just shines. Like when you see that, these are the boxes they don't put in. I don't know which way that is, but they don't put horizontally. Yeah, like they put horizontally on the shelf. They don't like squish it, so you just see the edge of it. You know what I mean? Because you want to see the front.
Yeah, because you're trying to. Yeah, people are looking at it on the shelf and might pick it up. Whereas if it's just sideways, it's because people are going to buy it because that's what they want, kind of thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is this the first time? This is the first time we've actually had a core set for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no starter set apparently.
Yeah.
Not really. No.
One.
Anyway, so
we've got an updated rule book. It's like it's just going to be so much better for attracting new people to get into play it.
Yeah. So like, if you want me to read it or not, but I mean, I can skim. How do you want me to do it? But basically, the interesting thing with this is, they're saying even better. They've been point matched against each other, so you can play balanced games. So they are like they're trying. I mean, I know they probably try to do that normally, but it's probably the first time in Old World they've mentioned it.
Yeah, I don't think it's never been mentioned before. Like because they're that TK versus Brett's box was sort of roughly similar-ish in points, but it wasn't intended as such. And they certainly never mentioned it in the articles before, did they?
No, I don't think so. And the only other thing, obviously, percent of that, you get one inspiring champ on Dim Mount, one on foot on battle standard, the 16 Chaos Warriors, 4 Chaos Knights. Obviously a bit weird, but they are heavy cav, and like they probably they're chunky. They take up their 30 by 60. And then the other
it's going to be some scale creep, definitely.
Yeah. The other thing too is you're getting all the normal stuff, but you're also getting a play mat, whatever that is. Some type of it'll be battle marks. I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is cool that they're doing that.
Wait, what could the play mat be? You mean
it'll be paper?
Surely.
I guarantee it'll be paper.
Yeah, it'll be a fold out battle mark.
The Age of Sigmar ones and stuff have got paper. You fold it out.
Oh yeah, for a battle match. Nice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it'd be something like that. I wonder if they like have heels on it and stuff.
That's how they indoctrinate them into using that weird ass GW size table.
But straight out buy it with your friends. That's all pretty cool. And then we get into the actual miniatures that come in there. And obviously, we've seen this a lot where they have the mounted version and the person on foot, and then you can switch it around as well.
That's one kit. One kit.
Okay, cool. That's how I judge it. One kit. Cool. Okay. I think we're all arguing about the same thing.
Agreed.
What do you think?
Well, pretty good. Pretty bloody good.
Yeah, it's just It's. I mean, I'll reserve a bit of my opinion for the big unit, I suppose. But these guys, man, they just got a good level of detail, don't they? Really nicely painted, a lot of metal, which it's not the worst thing.
They look scary, but in reality, they probably aren't to paint. They are scary if you ran into them in real life. But
my cousin messaged me about the unit, and he's like, "Oh man, how hard is this going to paint? Like, you're going to suck people into buy these things, but then it's going to be really hard to paint." I'm like, actually, no. I think these metallics, they paint themselves almost.
Yeah.
There's a lot of details you can fill in, and I think it's up to you how much work you want to put in.
Basically,
really. But if you hit
pop well if you just do it quick, but obviously
if you prime this in metallic and then hit some color with some other details, this could paint really fast.
Yeah, and you can hit it with the stipple different types of metal. You know what I mean, like around it and stuff. I just think, I know most people don't hit the oils, but man, oils will just this would shine with the oils, especially with that much metal.
And all your technical paints, you could really make that pop just by a simple wash, bit of highlight, and using some of those tech paints.
But I'm a bit speechless, really, how well they've managed to still hark back to the older Chaos Warrior style, like the 6th ed versions.
Well, I think it is. It's 6th ed all over, isn't it? I think, like the dude,
but modernized, right? you know, chunkier, more detailed, filling out the base really well.
Hunchy's Reborn.
Hunchy's Reborn. Yeah, it is
so
Hunchy's Reborn.
I mean, and I love, like, you know, and then you get the alternates go. So you got the boss guy on foot here with his huge axe thing as well, and then you got the banner on there. But if anything, when you zoom in there, they do look the paint job's a bit worse. It's more just the quality of the picture. But I mean, these guys, I don't know, like I think a lot of my people might have felt like this when you saw the initial horse bit and they looked a bit static or something. But I think the more you look at them, the more they just grow on you. And then I think when you see them versus Marauders, you start getting this feeling. I think they start looking how they should be. Like the Marauders are dynamic and fast and running around, and these guys are just going along methodically along the board and smashing you in the face, like that type of, you know.
Yep. Because the horse is a little static, but the rider isn't. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. He's doing stuff.
It's almost like they're like, I don't know, they're Chaos Warriors. They're sitting there going, I don't need to do anything, dude. Look at me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sort of what it is, you know. I don't need to brandish stuff. I don't even need a tactical rock. This guy doesn't even need a tactical rock. He's like, fuck tactical rocks. I'm like, I'm a Chaos. I'm on a demonic mount. He is my tactical rock.
I don't need to be dynamic.
Yeah.
I am my.
Yeah. It must be there must be something in the algorithm as well when it comes to Chaos. I feel like Chaos is always like a safe choice. It must be sell extremely well because the fact that you got so much Age of Sigmar Chaos that's come out as well. It's almost like this is on the back of that. I mean, it must just sell well. I can't see any reason why they would do this, considering you would think that the Chaos Age of Sigmar kits is what I've got for my knights will be direct competition for our world until this comes out, sort of thing. So it's I just think, you know, I don't know. I just feel like they are like Chaos have always been, I think, more of the Sigma, like the Space Marine of old world. You know, like, because you got the 4 gods as well, and like you've sort of got this idea that you can create different versions of the same thing, and I don't think they've lent into that enough. Given I don't like to say grimdark, but the grimdark nature of Warhammer, you could have lent in the Chaos maybe a bit more even and try and do that a bit more, make them the anti-heroes rather than obviously the heroes like the Space Marines are. But anyway, so then we go on to the Knights. I don't know, Josh, is this what you meant, like reserving judgment for these guys?
No, was I talking about them or the Warriors? Maybe the Warriors.
Okay,
but
Warriors. Okay. No.
I mean, I guess I can talk about these guys too. I mean, I must admit, looking at them all together, like they're actually just, I don't know how close they are to the edges of the base, but I feel like they are really filling them.
They're chunky boys.
They're really chunky. And I must admit, when you see them all together, like maybe that's part of the aesthetic a bit, but it almost becomes this just metallic, just lump. You know,
don't you reckon
that's probably how I describe it.
Like if you look at that, and then you look at that side where you see their shields, which I think their shields are like 15 out of 10. They're just fucking
their shields are incredible.
And so that side looks.
You're seeing live Josh reactions now because again, I haven't looked close almost because I wanted to do it on live.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's actually wood patterns on. They've all got wooden patterns.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool.
Like
and wait, and so with
the flesh and the straps.
That lance thing, is that wooden too?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
with a bit of a flail hanging off halfway.
I don't know why I'm going over the wood stuff, but it's just so you'd think it's all metal, you know, like it's just so easy to just go, oh, this is a metal, that's metal. So that's such, you know, well thought out.
Right. Yeah.
I
sat there on Saturday morning when I was
the first and the side.
The more of it I went, actually. And to be honest, you know how sometimes the Games Workshop paint jobs don't do them justice sometimes?
Straps.
Anyway, so that's the big Knights. We'll probably get back to the composition of these later. Interestingly, I believe I think these only come with the lances, but it says here somewhere that you can use the hand weapons and shields from the warrior unit as well, so they're a bit interchangeable, which is cool. That's there, and then then we get the warriors.
With the warriors, can we note near the end what is it? Just hand weapons they get, or they get other options?
Well, I think that's the question, because this could just be the marketing people not knowing or not. It does seem a bit strange that it's just hand weapons and shields, as far as I know, at least from every picture and every description.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's true, and then we get them, and
you may get them later. Like there has been in the past expansion packs with specific hand weapons or great weapons or stuff like that. But in these days, they do tend to try to supply everything. So
yeah.
I can't imagine them not having that. Like
there was more the metal stuff that had like I think you could literally get a pack of halberds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like the plastic kit, but you got the metal additions. I think I've got them.
It's a plastic kit with the metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the grey weapon? Was that the same as well? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they've all got cloaks. They've all, I don't know. Again, they look scary a bit initially when you're like, oh God, there's so much stuff. I just feel like most of it is, once you get that metal down with a bit of, different colors and stuff, and you know that the wash or the oil is going to bring it out, you just need to pick out some of the other stuff you want to highlight, slightly different, 2 or 3 different browns and a couple of furry flesh things, and hit it with the wash, and then just get your highlight out, silver,
Yeah, no, it's great. There's so many details going on. This you could have so much fun.
Look at the freaking standard bearer. How cool is that?
So
a headless corpse.
That's where and I would imagine. Oh no, there are heads on there. Well, no, that's a pretty fresh one though. So I feel like the little story they've done with the sculpting is that's the corpse. The dude on the horse is holding the head off.
Ah, right, the head from.
Oh yeah,
it's gotta be.
They just split him up.
Similar levels of decomposition.
Well, this guy's head's up on here, and then he's there. So yeah, that's interesting.
Decomposition.
The shield's just top notch.
Oh,
so good. I love. I mean, they do this all the time, but I love it when you see it that they're using a skull for the drum, the drum head.
I mean, is it that because so with Cathay, when the Cathay were released, because that was probably obviously that was the first proper Old World Army release in this style. They didn't really have, apart from Total War, something to draw on or something we can compare. This is the first time we're actually seeing a new sculpt that's actually using existing sculpts as a lineage that they're bringing
in bulk. No, I think you're right. In bulk, I think we started to see a little bit of that with the Tomb King characters that came out. But you're right when you're talking about like actual rank and flank.
That's good.
As an army, I'm saying as an army,
yeah.
Because even the Brett, I must admit, like the Brett Foot Knights was another unit, but
it's a newbie. You couldn't compare it. So you mean,
I don't know. And it didn't actually catch me as much. Maybe it's because I'm so fond of the 5th ed ones. Whereas this actually.
I was going to say, do you think if 1.5 had come out from the get-go, it probably wouldn't have. But do you reckon they would have sold initially? Like if infantry were okay, they still wouldn't have competed with the men-at-arms blocks. That's the problem.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm not sure they have even sold that well.
Yeah.
But when they came out before 1.5, there's no way. But then maybe they would have put in better rules for infantry if they were selling new boxes of infantry. They were too busy selling bone dragons.
Yeah. I mean, not to go on a tangent too much, but I just think, if anything, hopefully this, and back onto the cav with the 4, because heavy cav is ranks 4 if you want, and same as the heavy infantry. It'd be cool if they had some better rules that differentiated heavy and light, like regular, because I think that might. There's really no difference. And most people just go, well, I'd rather have more bodies, because so I'll just what's my cheaper infantry unit? So
indeed. Before we move on, so with the other thing I was thinking about this is yes, while it is easy to paint, and potentially you could just get some metals on there and do some shading and maybe pick out some of the details. I think if you actually went to town on this, you could actually make this unit really stand out. Because the one thing I'd be cautious about is that if you paint it just tabletop, it's just going to look like a grey metallic blob on the table.
A silver mess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It will. It will look like. I think it'll be a bit unsatisfying.
100%, Josh. You're on the money. You are. I think you are 100%.
But with the right amount of skill and effort and time, if you pick out all those, if you make those metallics different colors and that type,
I think you got
bright colors and contrast and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because even the paint job they've done here, I think it does lose a little bit of the details if you zoom back it out. It just looks silver from you can't, you know what I mean? Like if it was tabletop, like 4 foot away, from the photo, it just looks silver. But yeah, there's definitely, if you come up with the right scheme, all those.
I think the other thing too is your basing. Like if you had that sort of boring stuff, but then you whacked it on like the snowy ice stuff and all blues and ice, like it. Yeah. Just to try and make those things stand out as well. But
and I'm absolutely not thinking about pink, gold, and teal metallic highlights right now.
Just the aesthetic as well. Like it looks a little bit too clean, some of the guys, because they've got dismembered torsos, but at the same time they've got this polished, silver breastplate.
There's a few chinks in it, but you could go. You could go to.
It's just got to be a bit more gritty. I think.
Like I know they're supposed to be like Chaos Warriors and they're beating everyone up, but they've also, they should look a little bit beaten up. Yeah, I agree. That's probably a bit of a negative. Yeah, but you can go to town on some of that. Hey.
No, definitely. It's just weathering. The way they. Exactly. A bit of weathering.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I mean, I can't like to have that and the starter set. I guess maybe we'll talk about that once we hit the rule book as well, because obviously the rule book is in there and all that stuff. So then we had the highlight of the show, which we knew was probably coming, was the Chaos Dragon, Chaos Lord, and Sorcerer Lord, and / Gulrock. How many heads is Gulrock?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't you?
Does anyone have any more than 2? Wait, were you saying there were more? Or were you saying 1 or 2?
I couldn't remember how many heads. If you had 3 or 2.
If you had 3.
Archeon's got 3. Is that right? The dragon.
Yeah. Okay. On the new dragon.
Point? So I guess before we jump into that, you could totally use this for Gulrock, couldn't you, and just not mount a dude.
Yeah.
It's like it's got to be a bit of a there's only so much a stomach can take, and if you've got multiple different orifices, different esophagi going on, there's just, 3 is just a ridiculous number. I can deal with 2. I was going to
ask you that. Obviously, all these Chaos Dragons are female, aren't they? Are all these Chaos Dragons female? I don't see any other anatomy.
What bits has he got there? Yeah.
I was going to ask Josh that.
Imagine that. They're just comes out and he's got like these big old wang and dog balls hanging down. You never see any genitalia thing, but it'd be.
It's a lizard. It's not a mammal. Unlike how those freaking boob worms aren't supposed to have mammary tissue. Again, a lizard dragon doesn't lactate, so it's fine.
Well,
it's fine.
So you wouldn't see it.
Why's the worm got?
I was going to ask you that.
Hanging around.
Yeah. It's
okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. So it can be.
Yeah,
whatever.
That is just ridiculous. Yeah, so he can be whatever, and it's actually quite hard to sex reptiles. In real life.
I'm assuming he's technically
really don't have any external genitalia.
Yeah.
It's cold-blooded. It gets too cold. But then he lives in the north. How does he not sleep? I don't know. Anyway. That's why they're fire breathing.
That's why you can't see it.
What do you think of this guy? He's too big. I can't even get into
That's good. That's so good.
I think
sorry. We're actually talking about the model. Sorry, I got completely distracted by that rant. How great is he? Really, I mean, to some extent, that angle does make me look at the dragon body and go, does it look a bit flat? And I can't get my head around that. But it might just be the angle of the photo. I'm interested to see different angles of it. On the whole, though, it's awesome. That's all I can say.
What about what they've chosen with the so one of the observations I had with it
incredible
is. I did like that they've gone a little bit more. They've kept the more spindly nature of the Warhammer dragon, but sort of modernized it so it doesn't look so skinny. Like some of the. I was saying in my video, I love the forest dragon. It's one of the most classic, dragons in Warhammer. And they rebuilt that same thing. That frame of the little skinny neck and stuff. But it's not very. You don't look at it and go, man, it's a very scary dragon. When you look at a Dungeon Dragons. Big red dragon and it's big and And Warhammer hasn't really, well, Warhammer Fantasy hasn't tended to do that. And then so they kept that, but I think they've bulked it up enough that it's still very snaky like in one hand, but it's like obviously very vicious. But then what I think they've done is the Chaos Lord guy is a bit sort of more rock solid and normal, and the dragon, and he could be, he might not be that old, he is, but the dragon might be, it feels like there's a disconnect in a good way of the age of the dragon. Like the dragon is like this ancient thing. It's been in the Chaos Waste for fucking ages. This guy's probably wrangled him finally, and he's riding him. But they're sort of different. Rather than have normal wings, it is a bit tattered and a little bit like he's been in the Chaos Waste for so long. He's a bit, obviously he's got two heads and all that sort of stuff. But I think it's sort of a bit contrasty to the Chaos Lord in a good way, like. And not just going, well, we're big and my dragon's big and heavy and strong. Like he's actually a bit spindly and chaotic.
Yeah, he's been through some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that's sort of what I got out of it. And even the rock.
That's a cool analysis. Yeah, I like that. I really actually quite like that take. Yeah.
And it is a little different with the wizard guy who probably, I don't know, melds more into it because, he's a little bit
the
more
wizard's so cool.
He's awesome.
Can I
paint job?
Can I put something up? I don't know if anybody else saw this, but especially when you see him by himself. Have you guys seen like
I saw the, you can share it. Go, I can see it. Do I need to remove mine? I know.
He's got the bunky arm. And straight away, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, that's this bloke out of Scary Movie, definitely. But
he's just here.
You see him by himself off the dragon. Yeah, he's got this full on. It's hard to see there because of the book, but when the book's out of the way,
so good. That's the first thing I saw. It's this atrophied little arm.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's awesome. Yeah,
Chaos
Sorcerer. And just look, I mean, this guy. Not only is his arm just so like cool. dying, he's got like a flesh cloak.
Have we ever had a sculpt like this before?
I don't know. He looks cool on foot too, when it's like
this. Great.
And he gets the headed, you got a helmet version or not. I love these skulls. Like they've literally just like, you can't see. I'm like, tying it through their eye sockets. You know what? I'm liking this all with games actually. They're starting to do it even with, I brought it up with like the new ogres and stuff. I feel like they went a little bit, maybe it was 8th or whatever, and even early Age of Sigmar, they went a bit kid friendly. So they couldn't like go too gory. They had to do like all this fantastical stuff, but keep it a bit PG, and I feel like they've thrown that out a bit more and gone either really high horror or like even in the ogre case, what they've just done, like there's just blood and shit and gore everywhere. Actually like it. It's cool.
No,
and there's I mean there's the close up of the Lord, and again not the shield, but that's his like saddle back, whatever. It's just
again it's echoing the shield, isn't it? It's got the same metal on wood aesthetic. That's really
and that's an orc skull, do you reckon? Really, or is that an ogre? I think it's an orc, isn't it? A big orc.
Yeah, I reckon it's orc. Which is great to see. Sometimes it's just like too many.
It's such a good little attention to detail. I agree. We've got so many diverse head shapes across the world. Why does it always be human heads?
Yeah, it's meant to be like orcs, Skaven, and goblins everywhere, and it just seems like there's only ever human skulls.
Although, what does an elf skull look like? A bit thinner, but it would look a bit human, wouldn't it? You might not know.
Yeah, I think it'd be harder to tell. But there's other races that are more interesting. Like, you never see saw a skull going around or a skink skull.
Well, the amount that orcs kill each other and that chaos kill each other to get to the top, you'd think they'd be walking around with lots of skulls of their orcs and stuff, but they're always humans that they've killed. So I don't know.
Beastman skull.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to skim over him too quick, but he's just, he's frigging big. But look, he's on a big base, which is going to be good to bring. I think it'd be great once all the dragons are on that.
Yeah.
I think it really will differentiate the ridden monster a bit harder to maneuver versus some of the smaller ones.
Yeah, because is that 100 by 150 or how big is that?
It has to be, because I've seen a picture of that next to. Have you seen the picture of that next to the? I don't know what it's called, but the AOS one that people use. What's that? You know, the AOS dragon? Someone will say it in the comments. Can't remember what his name is. He's like, he's probably up to about halfway up. Heaps of people use him for, I know Ben from Canberra uses him for his one, But anyway, this guy's going to be as tall as a lantern, I reckon. He's up there in terms of the height of the thing. So
the price of a lantern too, you reckon? It'll be a few.
Ionis, yeah, that's him.
Few dollars.
Yeah. Can I grab that? No. I was trying to copy that, but it didn't work.
Check the
check the live stream chat. Yeah,
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, so he's going to be big.
I'm going to pop you down and bring this up.
Yeah, bring it up. Yeah,
Boop.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
This is not familiar to me at all, but yeah, cool. Okay, wait. So what size base is that thing on?
I don't know, some massive 160 wide circle.
Oh, right. Okay.
No idea.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Thread. Yeah, no, he's going to be expensive, and I guess he'll come out with Arcane Journal or something, I'd imagine. But yeah, because we don't get him in week 1.
All right, he's not in the book. I'm not in the box.
Let's get on to the book then, because this is also in the box set. We get a new rule book with revised edition of Warhammer the Old World, which has been updated with the latest online FAQ. This version of the rule book will be also available separately, but this isn't a new edition. Your existing Warhammer the Old World publications are still valid. So before we get into Battle March, let's ask the questions that everyone's been asking. Do you think this is got new FAQ rules erratas than what we've already got? Or do you think this was printed months ago, and then we're going to get more? What's your take?
Oh, that could be smart. They're like, it includes the latest FAQ, but it's like an advanced copy or something. So it's like forces you to go out. But surely they couldn't do that. Surely. Because the said FAQs were going to be like, obviously they come out and they're free, aren't they? So wouldn't it be a bit weird to?
Well, I think that still would. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
No, like they're not released. That's what I mean.
So that's what Andrew is saying. No, it will take old FAQ errata. It takes too long. Now, I mean, does it take? Yes, I think it takes too long, but I still think we're not getting it. Well, we know when we're getting it now. I mean, obviously, it's pre-order this week, so effectively was mid-July. I mean, could they have got these FAQs done in sometime in March or whatever and got them all out?
I think so.
I think so. Given how small Jan was.
Well, because, I mean, when they're putting out FAQ errata, I feel like you're trying to be cognizant of not trying to stray too far from the rulebook or not to make too many changes. So if they really, if they were going to release a new rulebook, surely they will go to the effort of going, okay, let's actually tidy up a few things that we didn't really want to touch, and actually go a bit more all out. Surely that'd be so disappointing. If they just import the stuff from the FAQ.
Yeah, and I just think you've just, and I know people talk about the printing, but A, things can change, B, they can actually do what they want, really. And it's a mass, and Warhammer Old World is a smaller run than trying to print 40K rule books out or something. Probably literally millions of them, whatever it is.
And what would happen? So wait, so can you see the sequence of events? So if they just have the general FAQ in there, they release this book, are they going to have a July FAQ that then immediately
would you go to all this effort of recognizing that you probably need an updated book for beginners? Because that's what caused, let's be honest, that box set, and we can talk about that too, that core box set is not for us.
No.
It's for beginners. Are you going to fucking piss them off straight away 2 weeks later?
Day one.
But I mean, they might. Games Workshop do that.
And your book's out of date.
I just hope, I don't know, there's something tells me definitely not picking up if it doesn't have a new FAQ already yet. See, I think, I don't know. I guess we'll start knowing as the leaks come out and people start getting them after the I can't remember if it is this weekend or whatever, but yeah, I know. That's exactly right. I mean, it is GW, 100%. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm holding faith a little bit that maybe slightly different run system they've decided, hey, we're going to smash in. We knew, there was also the rumor ages ago.
Yeah, I'm holding faith too. Despite all the GW have done to disappoint me over the years, I am holding faith that this will not be just a general FAQ.
Do you guys remember there was rumors that the play testers had all this stuff and they were reworking, they were fixing things and stuff. And I even ripped off, like, who the fuck's these play testers? Because then suddenly the January FAQ comes out and they don't do shit.
Yeah, no.
Could they have been doing this thing in preparation to get the book done and into print, knowing that, you know, I don't know.
Imagine that, and they had to listen to us like tear shreds off them.
Yeah.
While they're sitting there going, "You guys don't understand.
We've fixed skirmishes, dude. It's just getting printed.
You have no idea what's coming. Just wait 4-5 months. You'll see. You'll see."
Josh's faith there.
Yeah.
My faith in
Anyway,
GW.
so that's one question. I think Jelly just answered it too, and I wanted to bring it up around the core set. Was like, it isn't really for us, and it is a weird one. Going right back to your, I think it was your point, Andrew, that there's only one for the existing gamer. There's only one thing in that box, and that's the chaos side. The rule book, especially if it has the old FAQ, people are probably going to go, well, I'd rather just either get the book separate later or just use my patched up one, and I've already got Cathay. So to me, it's actually a good sign. They've invested in a box that isn't actually for the current old gamers who came from 8th edition. This is built for new gamers. So I just want to throw it out there that, you know, that's a good sign. Now, the other thing, if you got comments on that, I think we've already talked about it, but enough. But.
So does that mean you're going to buy a box and you'll take the Cathay and I'll take the Chaos? Is that?
I want the Chaos as well, but I thought you were going to stop at, are you going to buy a box? Yeah, I'm going to buy a box. But...
Not for the Cathay.
I thought you were all keen on this Cathay basing. What happened to your Cathay bases? You're like 2 months ago.
You do realise I bought 2 boxes of Cathay Battalion and one of the other ones. So I have 3 boxes. I don't need another fucking set of Cathay.
You never know, Gomo. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know, Andrew. It is weird because on one hand, I did look at it initially and they went, well, maybe I should just get like the Battle March, but then I don't really need that many other Marauders. So I don't know. Maybe the smart version is I don't buy this and I just get the rule book and then buy the individual boxes. But something tells me I want the first ever core set of Warhammer the Old World. Maybe someone can go halves and I'll just buy the box off them. They can have everything else in the box. I'll take the box. How much
for halves? Yeah, right.
Yeah. The other thing is, now, Josh, if you haven't followed my video, what do you see on this cover? Walk me through this cover. There's something new in this cover as well.
I feel like I'm being put on the spot here.
Well,
is there?
Yeah, I reckon. I picked it straight up when I was talking my video. I don't know if I don't know at the time if others did, but I think it alludes to something.
What? I mean, I must admit, I've never looked very closely at the original icon, so I have no idea what the difference is.
Well, we'll walk through. So we got Miao Ying as the dragon. Cool.
Was that on the original one?
No, they didn't have this, so this is new.
Yeah, that does look something. Because then you got the Chaos Dragon, I guess.
Yep, and then we got the shields. We got Cathay added. That's cool. So we got Cathay.
Oh, that wasn't on there before.
Nah, but what's this one? I'll just point to the shields and you label them.
Is that dwarves?
Dwarves.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dwarves escape me.
I'm really interested, Josh.
Why are you quizzing me on this?
What's this one?
Why do I have to answer these questions? Yes, Wood Elves, Bretonians, Tomb Kings,
the middle one
Empire
here.
there. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the shield there. And then what's that? Chaos and Orcs and Goblins and Beastmen and Norska.
You just said it. We don't have a Norska army.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but...
There's Chaos.
These are all factions.
Isn't it? Well, in my head, I was thinking of the Marauders.
Yeah, well, I think it is, but what?
Like the Wolves of the Sea type thing.
Why have they added 2 shields from one faction army?
Yeah.
It's okay. That's where the rumors are coming from. That's true.
I don't know. I don't know. It just is there. I just think it's interesting. You heard it here 50th on the list. Anyway.
Well, news to me.
Josh has broken it to everyone. And then we get, more stuff. Battle March book coming out as well. Sorry. I'm going to ask you one other question, because I don't know if anyone's talked about this, but it's more of a question to see what you think. Is, you know how we have match play book? Nothing's really been talked about with match play. You got Battle March here, you got the rule book. Do you think the missions in this book are going to be the Battle March ones? Battle March. What's it called? Match play, or the other ones, which no one uses anymore.
Oh yeah, good point. Surely
I think I'll stick with the original ones.
They'll do like a minimum patch of just the FAQ bits, because that's all they do say up here, that they've just put the FAQ bits in.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame.
I don't think they'll do a full refout of the old ones.
Yeah. Okay.
They want the money.
I probably definitely agree with you there. It'd be too hard, probably.
Yeah, but it's still there. Like, it's still there.
They can sell the other books, so yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, indeed. Is that a different? Is it a different color, by the way? Is that sort of tealy, aquary color? Is that more greenish than the original one? Isn't the original one
a couple of shades? You reckon a shade or two?
Oh, sorry. There is one other thing with this book. There is one thing. You won't be able to read it there.
Wasn't there a year on this thing, by the way?
2278. It's 2 years in advance. So it's ironically
the
is
year's
almost
changed. Oh, okay.
Is that correct? When did the other game come out? January. So technically it's 2 years on the number after 2276 as well. Because we got the book in January or February or something of 2024. And in 2 years in real life, they've advanced the timeline 2 years as well. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I guess one thing, so re-releasing the rule book, they're not re-releasing the army books though.
No,
not that I was expecting they would.
No, yeah. They'll just bring new ones, yeah.
But they've already pushed out a bunch of point changes with the Wood Elves, 6 months ago. And I guess there was some thought maybe that might happen with some of the other factions.
So that's an interesting point. Like, you can't. I'd love to see the download section on this page once it's done, because I don't think they've ever had this thing, except for maybe Middle Earth, where they've like got two versions of the same version of the rulebook, and then trying to go, this FAQ is for this one, but this one was actually for this one. And by the way, like your points, I don't know, it's weird. I guess I guess there's no points in this one, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, cool. And then then they threw up the Battle March. That actually, I guess doing more than just what was in Setcher's Fury. They got
good point, Jelly.
What do you
Jelly, I have to wait 20 real years for the actual invasion.
That's
2
right.
years and
Very true. Well, that might be right. If you're general who's tactical challenge, wasn't there something about what's in here? Along with the rules, here it is. There'll be Battle March, General Companion, packed with example master lists, campaign rules, 6 narrative scenarios. There are also additional rules and special magic items for use in Battle March games. So like they've turned it into its own game, which I really like.
Yeah.
And I don't know if example master lists are just things that are going to come along with this.
So good. Because I think the whole history of Warhammer, not necessarily the whole history, but for so long, I think Battle March size games have been undervalued. Six Ed had the Warbands pack, and that was the only time really there was rules in an edition that sort of encompass small scale games until the Battle March came out. And to see them double down on it to do a proper re-release with a nice compilation. And also the course rule set to be compatible with it. It's such a good entry point for new players. And it's actually a really fun way of playing Warhammer. Like, even just
love it.
I ran a whole event for it earlier this year, and it was really fun. Got 5 games in a day. And it's still tactically interesting. Like, they're quick. It's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say? Why are you?
Everyone wants to know when we're playing our Battle March. I was like,
right. That wasn't jabbing.
How those miniatures go.
I was not jabbing you at all. It's 100. I'm jealous. I can't actually go. Yes, Josh. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it would be. But it's just annoying that I haven't actually done it.
Because I'm sure there was a question.
My Cathay will be the first version of that, and probably our
that's right. Zenfoss asked last week. I'm going to repeat it because only Andrew was here to feel the burn. How are Andrew and Gomo's Battle March forces coming along?
They're slightly undercoated with some airbrush.
Because you were both going to do Chaos, weren't you?
Yeah, we're doing the first Chaos bit, and then I was doing up some Empire changes for the Empire side.
Well, now you have no excuse not to buy that new core set and paint up a beautiful new Battle March army using the newer sculpts. Just dry brush some metal. I mean, dry brush some metal, do a bit of a wash, you're done. It'll take 15 minutes.
It's not
15 minutes of your life. Then you can play some Battle March.
I know you're sort of joking, but not joking. But 100%, I'm really excited because I'm stuck with my Empire. Like I haven't been motivated to turn it into a proper 2,000 point army, but I'd be much more motivated to, once I get some other Battle March size armies for Cathay and Chaos, is to get some different Battle March versions of them up and running. And then the other thing is, I'm not blowing the lead, I guess, further down, where we're getting the journal that also does Beastmen and Chaos together. Like it's just to be able to go, oh, cool, if I finish this unit of Marauders and I can join it with some of my Beastmen and play 500 points or 600 points.
Yeah.
Suddenly it just opens up myself to be able to get something different on the table without having to sit there for 3 months or 6 months painting an army.
As Dave says, Battle March events, best introduction to Warhammer event ever.
And actually, going off his
personal compliment,
his inspiration of his Goblin army, and you know how I want to redo that Goblin army, that Goblin Green one. I could do a Battle March version of that one. Yeah, so I am excited to try it. I need to get into it.
It is fun. You can actually, that's a cool idea actually. Yeah, doing like themed armies like in Paintal that you probably wouldn't put the effort in to do a full 2K army.
Yeah,
but doing a little 500 point of a particular paint theme.
Yeah,
because you just know you can smash it out in a shorter period of time. So I am actually quite excited about that. This is a bit more expanded, and just even though that's a book that's called that, people will then get it and new people use it. Whereas right now you sort of need to know that Battle March, it's in this journal and
it's in Raising. Was it Raising or I can't remember which one it was.
One of them. Well, that's right. Yeah.
I don't even know which one it was.
But it's also
Raising had the
in other
campaign
ways.
thing.
You know, I remember how many resubs you asked on your tournament when you you kept sending lists to us going, he's got like 9 fanatics in this list, or like whatever you could fit in Battle March. I hope.
Oh yeah, remember I read out one list live on air, and as I went line by line, I was like, oh my god, what's going on?
So I hope these little extra changes they've done is sort of comped it a bit. You know,
it is easily broken, which can be an aversive experience if the TO isn't on top of it. If new players come in and just get smashed in Battle March, because that also would not be great.
Because not a great Battle March,
like introduction to Battle March at all.
Yeah,
because it can be easily like even a couple of units that you can't have a counter, you can't deal with. It's just unpleasant.
And that's a good point from Lucky. So I was going to say is. Yeah, it's a bad push when you're saying to somebody, oh, your rules for this army set, like for Battle March, your core rulebook or the rulebook for it is in this arcane journal, which has got all this other stuff in it. Like it'd be quite confusing. Like it's good.
The cool thing is it's like a cool little beta test they did, and now they've worked out actually this is this is good. And I was just going to mention here, I don't know if it is this, but I'd be not against the fact that the additional rules are, you can't use any of your magic items, guys. You have to use the Battle March magic items that are in here. And then they're actually tuned right down or something. Like, you don't need the full suite of, I mean, you might not be able to do that fully because dwarves probably still need runes and stuff. But do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice if they ratcheted stuff back. So,
it's not hero hammer so much. Yeah.
And this probably leads into this, which is worth talking about. And I brought it up in my video that they're obviously doing I don't know if you watched the stream, but the amount of versions of new stuff and make it easy to play 40K has shown what you can tell Games Workshop's learned, which is not learned, it's obvious, I guess, but can invest in now is the amount of ways to make it easy to get into the game. And they've done it obviously with AOS and 40K for ages now. And they've even ratcheted up with 40K. They've got pre-painted terrain coming out now. They've got like 3 different versions of getting started kits, which have one side with terrain in there and one without and all this sort of stuff. they've never done that ever with fantasy, and now they've they're taking those learnings and doing it here. So I really hope that just kickstarts a whole fresh, the potential of a fresh generation of players. At the end of the day, and then plus we like it too because we can go. I want to start a Chaos Army. I'll just buy this one first. So
yeah, no, definitely. And it's I don't know, for like Chaos 100%. I don't mind, because Cathay is the newer box, I suppose, but I don't know. Between the two boxes, just Chaos just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the two that first come out. Obviously, I'm expecting all the battalions to pretty much disappear. I don't even know where you'd have them. I can understand why you'd have a battalion box every now and then for like a big launch thing, or maybe like a versus box with extra stuff. But I feel like they're going to go to the point where these type of boxes are all going to end up battle march boxes for every faction down the track as they go through and replace them.
Do you think it would? Surely it would only be the new edition, like new releases, that they would do that for.
I would think so, but it is interesting that
the old
this
stuff
guy gets the old sorcerer. Now, am I right? Is this sorcerer actually an AOS sorcerer, or was he not?
That's a good point.
I can't remember.
I don't think so. Is he?
I don't know. So do you reckon was he in 8th ed one? Was he, or even?
I haven't.
It just does, like to your point what you just said, it feels weird that everything's new. Oh, hang on, this sorcerer's not.
Oh, I actually didn't realize he wasn't. So.
Oh, there he goes, Plucky. It was an AOS sorcerer that they planted back. It's like the two like Beastman dudes and stuff. So technically they're new, but they're not new. They're AOS. Okay. So they've already voided what you just said a little bit, Josh, but only a little bit. You know what I mean? 8th ed. Okay, so he's even back to that. So I guess they're prepared to use some of it to get it out. So
there must be just maybe. Well, it might be plausibly that. Although I mean, they could have used the dude from the Chaos Track. Oh, they're the complicated things. Maybe plausibly that they did these kits. And in retrospect, they're like, what if we designed these to be battle march armies, and then sat down and made a list for the battle march and realized they need to fit in a wizard.
Well, they need some type of hero because they've thrown a Shigengan in the other one. Yeah,
grab a wizard from put it in the box, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's a lot more future proof down the track than having an entire sprue of old miniatures. It's just like a little character one that you can eventually replace down the track. You're not having to drag along this old. Like, imagine if this was a Wood Elf one and you had to have like the Glade Guard in there that was still hanging around.
Something real old, like he fits in. If you didn't know, you wouldn't really be looking at him.
No, you're right.
Yeah. It's not like the derpy.
No, I didn't. Skeletons. I didn't know, and I didn't look at him going, he looks weird. So and because he's actually the scale, he just fits in okay. And I guess sorcerers get away with being a slightly different sort of appearance too to the rest of the army.
Scale and all that. Yeah, no.
Totally. Scale.
Yeah.
So, that's fine.
So like if anything, if I didn't end up getting the core box, I'd probably go for this box because then I'm getting some of these. Oh, but then you don't get enough. But do you need more? I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
So to Mark's point, how many of these Battle March Army boxes are we going to see this year? Because I would imagine that's how they're going to be released going forward. No, that wasn't
another countdown.
I wasn't saying, but that was a question.
Yeah. That's all. I was just that's my thinking noise.
Well, I mean, they've removed them all except for like dwarves and stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. They've removed them all.
They almost need to start bringing them out. But in that case, then maybe they will bring them out where they're mixing them back with old miniatures.
I'm going to say there's going to be at least 2 more pairs of Battle March Army boxes this year.
So 4, but with all new miniatures?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, to make up that 46 that, Thingy wants.
Well, I can confidently make some ridiculous suggestion because, 4 to 6 apparently is the ceiling. These are what were you saying, 6? It's probably just more than 6. I don't know. Oh, yeah, right, this year. Yeah, some of them are from last year.
Is that where you're getting at?
No,
do you think
I was just talking about the box release,
not just the box?
That's a good point, Andrew. I think you're right.
Maybe.
I think they'd always bring it out. with an Arcane Journal, because that's effectively what they're doing here. Hey, they're bringing these two out, and if we scroll down, there's even more here. There's also an Arcane Journal that's on its way. I mean, there's just so much when considering how much they actually announced at that preview. They sort of smashed through a lot of this, and then you go, man, there was even more than I remember. So there's the March of Chaos coming as well, which is Cathay and obviously Chaos.
I mean, yeah, because the thing I didn't get to was if they're releasing these boxes, are they going to be re-releases of current factions? Are they going to be legacy factions? Are they going to be new factions?
Jeez, throw the legacy in there too. I believe it. The fact that those legacy
Dark Girls versus Norska.
The fact that I'm going off the shields, man. There's no shields there, so I'm sorry. There's no legacy for the next 2 years, I reckon.
Stupid shields. I don't like these shields anymore. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway,
you're absolutely right. They would have definitely put those shields on as a cool Easter egg. If that was going to be
They're making fun of our counting, the old audience here in the comments.
Of course.
We're quite dyslexic, clearly. When you've got 2 more pairs, that counts as 6. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Did I say 6 or did I say 4 when you said 2 pairs? I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it count as 6? There's already there's 2 pairs here. And then, he was making a joke at our expense. I actually thought he meant including these 2 pairs. So that was 6. Anyway.
6, exactly.
Not that they count as a kit, because these are just box kits. So the kits are inside these boxes.
Because you're excluding. Well, say I'm including these as a release.
No.
They're all good. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. You watch when it turns out to be that way and it's 46, you'll go, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Following mentions underneath the box picture, that's where they are. So, yeah, 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, then we get the journal.
What's the Arcane Journal about?
Well, so the interesting thing here is it's going to be new artwork, which is cool, but combine armies of infamy, warriors, and beastmen, which I'm going to love. That's going to be so good to get the warriors up.
So now, I mean, you really so you got the reason to get the Corset because you need to get the Battle March army going. Yeah. Now you've also sitting on a whole beastman army that you painted last year.
Yeah.
And now you can combine it with the new models as well. Gomo, you're buying this Corset. At least one.
I am 100%. I'll just need to paint some more beastmen because I'm going to do snow bases for my chaos. So I'll have to have a baseman army that's on a snow basis. No, just kidding. But then on top of that, we get rules and rules for your wizards to manipulate the winds of magic in new ways. You can also create your own custom champions of chaos and Brayherd chieftains to lead your forces.
Ooh.
Is that like a narrative thing, or what's this manipulate magic? Is this thing, I guess, the arcane magic ploy cards.
I think the first bit was a new rule. The second half sounded pretty narrative.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that custom champions of chaos and stuff. You get extra arms, tentacles, limbs.
Yeah.
Other skills. I can only think of appendages, apparently.
I think you're right, mate. You might get like the base model, and then like you can just like upgrade it with like little.
Oh man, if they brought, I mean, you can just 3D print that stuff, I guess now. But I mean, if they brought that plastics, little things like that, people would buy that stuff. They sell all those skull things, I think. So like, geez, people buy stuff.
Yes, they do.
These card points. I mean, what do you think this thing is? This is connected to the journal, I guess, but the arcane magic ploys. Do you think that's just something that, like, I guess in my video, I was saying, like, is that something you'll see in tournaments, or is this just something that gets thrown in fun for games, or?
Surely it's going to have to be, like, I was trying to work out as well. Is that only chaos, or is that going to just be for everyone?
Yeah.
The arcane magic ploys.
I don't know. Arcane Magic Ploys is new and works with the new magic rules in Arcane Journal. So it works with that, but
I don't think it's just kind of my gut feeling, Andrew, is it's a new global effect. Because it just says you rules for your wizards. It doesn't say chaos like most of the time. In that
it doesn't replace magic, right? It's an extension or augmentation.
No, it's not like they're
revamping
magic.
Are they going to bring out? What was it in 8th? I really liked it. What was it called? What was the thing that when you cast a spell, you could also then use your, not signature. What was it called in 8th? Every law had the.
Wasn't a signature? No, I think that was the version. Wasn't that? Oh no, Laura. Wasn't it
Laura
attribute?
Laura attribute. I can't believe I've forgotten all this
already. Right. Yeah.
Like, is it something like cool. that? You mean like you cast spells and then they can do things, or they like ploy sounds
plotty
type plant.
Yeah,
like you cast that, I'm gonna like backfire this over on you if you do this, and I'm playing this card that then makes it
because you manipulate the winds of magic. I mean, I love it because the whole magic system is an undug area of potential complexity and interesting sort of counters and counter counters. So I am keen for some more interesting stuff in there. So if that becomes a whole new dynamic within the game, that'd be really cool.
And do you think
that's one thing that I missed from the 6th Ed Magic phase is that you don't have any of that sort of bait and switch and interplay as much. It's just,
or like even power to interplay.
So you're just rolling dicing off. You're not really making decisions. So if they create some interesting decisions from this, I'd be super keen. Yep.
And if it is something more like that, that's a little bit still, better word, balanced. Then do you think that's something that would flow into the general game system, or is this going to sit in narrative play? We just don't know, really.
I think it'll be in the game system.
I think it'll be.
Yeah, I reckon it'll just be there. It's just a new thing in the game.
Got to sell books, got to sell your cards. They'll just, everyone needs.
If I'm going to be buying cards, it'll be the Arcane Magic Ploys.
So this will be another Arcane Journal that you'll need to buy so you can take your 30 books to your tournament.
Well, I mean, if they do it well, you could just buy the cards then, maybe. I don't know.
It's a shame they wouldn't put if it's a core game rule that they didn't put it in the new rule book that they're putting out, but that's where it goes.
Depends when it comes, I guess. And then we are just getting the reprints of these, but I'm wondering if, I really, fingers crossed, hope that this Laws of Magic reference card pack actually has all the laws, all the Arcane Journal ones and shit in them. That would be really good.
It's one thing people want to buy it and they just didn't have it. Like they didn't do it very well. Yeah, it's so disappointing.
Well, the worst thing is they did bring cards out for like the Orc pack comes out, and they released the Arcane Journal as well. But that card pack was obviously built when they before that, and they didn't have like the laws from the Arcane Journal and shit in there.
Because the deck of cards I have. Did you guys get it? The one that Dono made, the Herald of the Old World. He did the custom set. I totally forgot those were non-official until this. Like, it's been so long ago. That I'm just used to having all the signature spells in that deck now that I assume. The original.
So there's definitely missing. It'd be good if they actually do that.
My god! Imagine
it'd be such a Games Workshop thing to go. Oh no, they're the same. We just fix the magic casting values on them.
Yeah.
Which I'm not buying them then. No, God, not at all. Anyway, we're an hour and 12 in. That's a heap. And then not to go, we don't need to really cover this, but
is that it? That's the whole thing.
It was.
Cool. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just.
No, it was, yeah.
Okay.
But the bigger news too is then the 2 days after that, or 3 days, we get the announcement this morning that it's actually on pre-order. So that's just so cool that. And I didn't even realize the cards are on pre-order. Okay, so it's the cards.
Oh, I totally missed this. Is it on pre-order already?
Yeah. It came out today.
Oh,
well,
cool.
like as in it's this Saturday.
The pre-order starts this Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
so the core box set, the rule book by itself, the Battle March book by itself, and these two, the packs, I guess. So I don't know if we'll find more about that this week. What's in here? But yeah.
Wait. The Arcane Ploy pack is still not there though.
No, because that's with the Arcane Journal, I'm guessing that's coming with the battalion boxes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, okay. So that Arcane Journal is not coming in yet. So the Battle March Arcane Journal is coming out, but not the Chaos one.
That's right. No, yeah, right. And I'm wondering if they'll I wonder if they'll do the Dragon as a separate one as well, or will they do that with the Battle? It feels a bit weird to do the Battle. It feels a bit weird to do the Battle March boxes. The Arcane Journal. I don't know. I just feel like the Dragon doesn't belong at the same time as you're trying to sell Battle March boxes because they're sort of one's massive and one's little. But I don't know. Maybe that's better.
Yeah. No. Give us the kits.
Yeah.
Give us the kits. Yeah. No.
Well, the sooner more they can do more, the sooner they give us the current ones. So anyway, that's great news. That they're coming
and yeah, can I just because I didn't really address that arcade. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, transfers.
Well, there's your.
How many?
There's the little battle mat. You can see it in the background there. And then transfers. And guys, the biggest news. There's a scatter dice and an artillery dice in the pack. That was not in the original boxes. We only got one of them in the Tomb King ones.
Are they updated whippy sticks?
We only got one. Which one did you get in the Tomb King box?
I can't remember. I think it was the scatter. I don't know. One of them. I don't think they both came in the Tomb King and Battalion boxes, didn't they? Or am I wrong? I think people were missing one all the time.
Maybe it was just a scatter. Dude. I'm assuming they put in both because there's a cannon. Oh no, you don't.
Andrew, you were totally right. They're different whippy sticks. They're not very whippy. They look a bit more like rulers from, your 30-centimeter wooden ruler that you ever had at school.
Yep. Yeah. I remember those.
They look like they'll hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whippy sticks didn't really hurt. These things will.
Oh, the whippy sticks hurt.
What else was I say? Oh yeah, Corsair looks nice. I was just gonna say with the that Beastman Chaos Arcane Journal is that's super exciting because I think everyone loves it when they mix Beastman with Chaos Warriors or the other that 6-head book where two books where they just mixed everything together was awesome. And I think it's always well received when they do mix those factions up together. Hopefully, demons get in on the action.
Exactly. Like I'm from the era when Chaos was all three of them were in one. There was demons, it was Beastmen and Chaos. So I find it weird they all got split out. I mean, I'm not finding weird that they split out, but it's sort of like coming back home when they're all together. Yeah. Ah, cool. Anyway, that is our. Yeah,
364.
360. 365, apparently.
Okay. That's now I can't remember what I spent on 40K, but 40K was quite pricey.
Was that over 400? On
the new edition that got released the other week.
Yeah, it was pretty pricey. Can't remember what it was, but it was up there.
I don't remember what it was. Money bags over here.
Yeah, well, no, I got it from Gap Games, so it was. You get the discounts. I can't remember. Well, yeah, I still can't. It was in that price range. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know about money bags. That's what I've been dealing with all weekend. Tax. Don't get me started on FBT. I'm putting my Ranger up for sale, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Range Rover. Okay. Let us thank our patrons, though, and get
I have questions, but I don't want to derail the podcast.
Oh, you're going to love it, Josh. I'll be like an EV like you. So I'm switching over.
Yeah, it's coming.
I looked at mine. I went, what? What am I paying? So it's going out the door. Anyway, I'm dealing with that crap.
I've had at least all the way EV deductible.
Mine's a shadow mortgage through my business, but effectively, yes. 0 FBT. Let us thank our patrons then. Get on to that. Then I can pay for more. How about that? These awesome people do keep us turning up and chatting like this. Somehow it makes me drag on the episode when I'm here, but a big thank you to everyone for listening. Big thank you for Jason. Thank you for Snake. And I've got to click this friggin' button on mine again. Sorry. Thank you for Snake Eyes attendees. What a blast. See you all next year. Zephyl, Sexy.
Wait. Hold on. He's not on here. He's not on my. If you refreshed it, because he's definitely not on my end.
Okay, let me refresh.
And I argue that was a. Wait,
on mine. There? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Maybe the website's not working. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, continue. Sorry, Snake Eyes.
It does say last charge date May 9, so maybe he canned it, but it's still coming up as paid here. What's May 9, June 9? I mean, did you think that would have disappeared?
That's more than a month ago.
Then? Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I do notice sometimes if someone has cancelled, it hangs around a bit more on this. It does disappear eventually, but I don't know. Zeffel, Sexy Dan, Hubby Horse, Mark Ruwitz, Shabismus, Ambler Doom, Western City Wargamers, Feud Owner, Vinny, Cathay Balloon, 115, sorry, King Passion, the Mustache Rash, Not Matt, Jess Tours, Adam Lamb, the Orange Juicer, Slanefsh players like to eat Snickers bars upside down so they can feel the very veiny surface on their tongues. That has not changed for 2 weeks.
Is that third week? 2 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Or at least, because I think I read that out. You guys read it out, and I just read it out.
Yeah.
It is good, though. 5 out 7 Peter Holman, Mark Langley, Matt Hitton, The Old Warrior, Silver Dave, Sporadic Sanity, Mark Nick, Grand Vanderbush, Chris Bella, Ben, Cam the Dentist, James McKellen, Liam Fallon, Jay McBride, Flatwell Jedge, Sexy Jelly, is he still on? Keel Hurd, Tommy Dogs, Matthew Klein, Perfidy, Greff, Jess Tools, The Wood Duck, formerly known as Wood, Nananum, Daniel Broadstock, Elliot Bitcham, Gilthos, Draconos, Diesel, Danny Gamer, Robert Z, Bergsy's Alpha Pleasure, Palace. So OG Perla. I can't even read that.
Can't you? This is the same one as last week.
Oh, okay. You read it out so easily last week. Oh, Bob.
He just wants Josh to read it out.
Bob again. Up and down on me Gherkin. Okay, sorry. That's the first word just didn't click. Gunwitch, Zen Fox Games, Battle Reports on YouTube, Shorter Than Black Sigil, All Roll World Fanatics, and Todd Lloyd, the Apple OG. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
If you want to join them, patreon.com/Old World Fanatics, and you get a shout out and questions.
Sponsor the nerds. Oh, sorry. Ronaldo was saying
got writer's block. So there.
Yeah. Ronaldo was saying, sorry, apparently the GW states the weapons are like the greater, obviously great weapons and halberds are compatible with the Age of Sigmar Chaos Warriors.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh,
I didn't see it.
We've got some knowledge coming into the stream.
They get very pricey then if you have to buy both boxes. Yeah. I guess everything's compatible. Maybe not. Right. Let's move on then. I think Josh had a little bit. I've got a little bit of hobby, but not much because I wasn't here too much. But I got a shout out on that. But I think Josh, you had some cool stuff to share. The narrative stuff. Plus, you played.
Oh. Well, wait, hold on. Do I want to do Patreon questions or anything
do that.
like that?
No, do that maybe.
I need another Coke. But go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. All right. This is a question for Gomo. I'm gonna pop it up. It's from John. You're looking at the screen.
Yep.
John asks, so will this chaos release make you abandon your Cathay army? It's a ridiculous meme with a girlfriend looking back.
It's a little bit like that, isn't it? Yeah. No, I'm painting it. It's the battle march is gonna save it. It's gonna because I'll be able to do both.
Ooh.
That's what's gonna
you can have both dragons. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the comment, Josh? What'd you call him? Moneybags? What?
Something like that. But to be honest, I don't know if I'll buy that dragon day one. If I still have
there's no evidence of me saying anything.
That is a big boy.
Wow.
That is.
Oh dear. I don't have many questions, by the way. So it was just that one from John, and then I rehashed Zen Fox's Battle March question. I did that an hour ago. But he has another one this week. I haven't read this. I'm going to live read this. So,
from
Patreon
Sean.
question. No, from Sean. Yeah, he put this in 10 minutes ago. If they didn't come with bases, would you buy the latest Slaves to Darkness sculpts, or these new Warriors of Chaos Warriors?
Okay. I'd get that. I like the old school. I think they'll grow on me even more. I like that old school look of the warrior. The Chaos
of the new ones.
Yeah, the old school look of the new Chaos Warriors. Yeah.
I agree.
Someone can follow me.
I agree, absolutely. I would be tempted. I haven't looked back at how they might fit. Like, to be honest, I would be tempted a little bit to take elements from the Slave to Darkness sculpts because some of them are super dynamic and they're much more reachy and got wielding weapons.
Do you reckon they'll mix a little bit?
I would be wondering if they would. At the very least, you could use bodies from the Save the Darkness ones and jam their heads and the kind of thing onto, and from the new stuff onto the old stuff. And I reckon you could really.
That might be good too, because the samey. I think the helmet started to look a bit samey for me.
Yep.
Josh is on the money. I've done that with Chaos. So the old school 8th edition Chaos, I was swapping heads with Age of Sigmar Slaves to Darkness heads. And it does make it look like they're all, a bit of
from the same. Yeah, but also from the same sort of.
I love how we're 2 and a bit weeks away from even getting plastic in their hands, and they're still talking about improving them, ripping them around. It's good. That's what's so good about this hobby.
The I will say about with the Age of Sigmar one, especially like the Knights, I hate to do it, but I've had to do lots of cloak trimming because the cloaks are quite dynamic and wide, so they're just
even
on
the 60 by 30s is still
the cloaks are just they stick out a good half an inch into his neighbor. Like there's you can't dynamically pose that much. I tried and you can't fit them on
one very tall rock.
That's the problem with the skirmish game. They've got so much room to play with the model when you don't have to actually rank them up.
Yeah.
But in short, to answer Sean's question, Sean's question actually, his question wasn't would you convert them and stuff. His question was, would you buy the latest Slaves to Darkness sculpts or the new Chaos Warriors? I think absolutely buy the new Chaos Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
I am.
No question.
Not even looking at the other ones.
I'm talking about converting them out a bit, but really,
that's different.
If you had to pick one of them, definitely the new Chaos Warriors.
You might even be able to. Well, maybe these. I don't know if these. Do you think these new Chaos Warriors and the Knights? I don't think the Knights are at all. I don't think these are going to be the AOS draw that the Marauders and stuff potentially are. Like like the Marauder Horsemen, people might have gone, I could use them in AOS if they were better price or whatever. Probably not. But whereas I don't think these are. I think that they wouldn't look as good in AOS because they're just they're not as dynamic. So
I think they would look strange being in skirmish formation essentially on round bases. Yeah. Keep it 30 minutes off our minis AOS packers.
Yeah, the horses are all very dynamic because all mine.
One point I didn't I brought up in my video, but not just then, and it was brought up on the stream, was that I don't even know what box it is. Some people who know more about the 40k Horus Heresy area would know, but they are starting to bring up, they've just released or announced on there, one of the box sets are going to be dual badged 40k and Horus Heresy.
Ooh.
For one of these tank things and stuff. So, and then there's rumors now saying this. That's
just incompatible.
Yeah, but you know how there was this whole thing about you can't use each other's miniatures. There's these rumors now coming around there's actually a strategy now to start thinking about doing it. And then obviously you saw 40k and OS do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh well, if they start doing that a bit, and I brought this up again. Like you look at that ogre list, like the last few releases of all the AOS, not to turn this into an AOS podcast, they've all been brought back a bit closer to old world. Do you know what I mean? Like Cities of Sigmar, even though they are a bit out there, they're still not as out there as like Sigmarines and shit or some of those sea elfy looking weird things or Fire Slayers. They're a little bit bit more normal. And even the Chaos Dwarves, they're different, but they're still a bit, you could tell. And the ogres, man, they just look like you could fit the ogres.
The ogres.
Yeah, no worries. So,
I thought we would go over the ogres today, actually.
Maybe we can look at them next week. They look fucking pretty cool.
They're pretty freaky.
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic.
Depends what you want to cover, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to talk about a game. I want to talk about what I did. That's all the questions.
Yesterday.
So I want to talk about yesterday, the first day of the latest campaign I'm running.
Cool.
In the old world, all in on it. It went really well. So had everyone rocked up, which was great. So had 5 games go on the new campaign system that I've got running with the little territory cards and that type of thing. Definitely, it's feeling very very core heavy. with the army restrictions starting off, because essentially you got 1,500 points. You know, if you don't have any other territories, which everyone starts with 2, if you have no territories, you only got 1 magic item, 250 points of characters, max 500 points of special, no rare. So it's very restricted. But, you know, as you get those territories, it opens things up pretty rapidly. Anyway, I don't know if I told you the guys this, but I'm running Cult of Slaanesh in the campaign. So
yeah,
basically what I've done is,
maybe you did mention, or maybe you just said
I can't remember if I did or not. But basically what I've done is there was an old Cult of Slaanesh fan-made army list, which basically just pulled in a lot of the units from different armies. And what I did is, I decided not to run any of the fan-made units as such, basically just running stuff that GW have published, but just putting it as unit selections. But speaking of what GW published, I am running Renegades rules for all of it. So, because that was the thing. Like, I actually wanted to see how the demons felt as well, and the Dark Elves. So I was keen to experiment with that, you know, in the months going forward. So this is the list I ran. You know, so 6. I've got a pass, which was worth 80 points, and I've got a town, which is worth 70 points, and it gives me access to 3 champions because you don't have any champion access. You can take standards and musos, but no champs. So I've got a sorceress because she's 1 up in the Cult of Slaanesh list, level 2. She's on a seed on Demology, no magic items. Dark Elf Master BSB on a cold 1, 18 Witch Elves with full command, 18 Demonettes with full command, and the Banner of Acquiescence, which reduces weapon skill and initiative by D3 in a unit in base contact with it. 18 Cast Marauders with light armor, shield, and great weapon and a standard. 10 repeated crossbowmen with a standard and veteran. Oh, I gave them veteran. Cool. 7 Dark Elf Shades, 7 Cold Ones with full command, and 2 units of 6 Seekers. I ended up playing the Black Tower scenario, which is the one with the central objective, where you know, if you're controlling, you can. The bolt thrower was a bit random, but you can shoot a bolt thrower. If you roll a 1 to hit, you hit your own, hit yourself, and then it's sort of like you get 100 victory points if you control it, and it's a bit of a cumulative total. So each consecutive turn you control it, you get additional points for it. I don't know if I might simplify that just to 200 points per turn, but yeah, anyway, that's how it works. And I ended up playing against Chris Penwarden's High Elves, so an Elf off. Is what we ended up with. That's an interesting Elf off, really, because you know the benefits to the Dark Elves in this Elf off is that they get hatred, which is much more useful than you know. I don't know if it's rerolls or immunity to panic caused by Dark Elves, but it's, you know, there's not much of a benefit, I think, on the High Elf side.
No, there's not.
So
everyone's side.
Right. Now, I guess the thing with this battle, because I whacked the terrain down without thinking about. I sort of just spread things out a bit, but I actually placed the tower in the middle is impassable, and then the 2 pieces of impassable terrain I actually place either side of it in pretty centrally, which actually did create a bit of a corridor effect for the battle, which I wasn't really intending. And I could have easily alleviated that by, you know, like there's 2 hills, there's a forest there. I could have put some of the impassable like not so centrally in retrospect, but anyway, that's how the train went down. Chris had a lot of silver helms because, again, it's very core heavy restrictions at this point. So he had 3 units of silver helms. He had some sword masters with a noble in it with a ruby ring of ruin. Then he had in the near field there's some dragon princes with a BSB. So they ended up being deployed across from the cold ones. The sword masters were across from the demonettes. Got the shades right in the middle. Next to the sword masters, also is pretty central, are the spear elves. They're sitting right in front of the tower. The marauders are the opposite them. Then I've got, is it 2? Yeah, the unit of like 10 silver helms is across from the witch elves, and then I've got the repeated crossbows across another unit of silver helms, and then continue right out on the far left flank. Another unit of silver helms with the seekers across from there. Now the seekers, by the way, I put them in open order. I totally forgot they actually had access to skirmisher, which actually would have been made in this sort of battle much more useful, because those impassable terrain actually blocked everything. And then because I had old base adapters, because I had them on 25s, I didn't want to take them off the base adapters, so I just kept them in open order for most of the battle to near the end when I got sick of it. Anyway, so basically he ended up going first. I gave him first turn. He pushed things up. He took the spearman, took the central objective. He brought up the dragon princes, and close enough that I could charge him, and he countercharged. So the dragon princes and the Cold One Knights end up in a bit of a standoff with both BSBs in there. And then the Seekers charge the other silver helms on the far flank. And this probably the Cold One Knights and the dragon princes probably the most critical battle really in the game. Everything else sort of moves up slowly. Now, the Seekers on that other flank, on that far flank.
Right at the top there.
Right at the top there. I think they fluff their attacks a bit. And then the Silver Helms can't countercharge or anything like that. But they got enough attacks with the Seekers don't have much defense that I think I lost like 3 or 4 in combat round. And then the last one just sort of gave ground. And then the other one, then in the following turn, he died. So it ended up with 3 there. Where are we? So, okay, I'll reverse this. So
that's a cool move with the shades. What have they got?
Well, so the shades. Yes. So go with the shades. What do I do with the shades? I think with the shades is I keep giving them great weapons and going, these shades are great weapons. I'm going to do something with these guys. So they'd actually moved in a good spot. They're at a line of sight there. They could sit there, in the flank of the sword masters and sort of pepper them with repeated crossbows, because they've got 7 in the unit. That's a lot of shots. They're BS5, They could just whittle down sword masters.
And you play the rule that you don't block line of sight with your troops. You just like shoot.
I hadn't really thought about it. I wasn't thinking about shooting them at this point. I didn't shoot them. I didn't shoot with them once this game. Did I shoot with them once? No, I didn't, because I marched them the first turn. So I marched them out of line of sight the first turn. This is where they are. And then what I did was, rather than sitting around and being a bit cagey, I declared a charge with the demonettes that are there directly opposite the swordmasters and the shades. The demonettes were 13 inches away, so they needed a 6 because they're moving 6 plus 1. And then 7. And then I was like, I'm putting the shades in the flank as well. Yeah, and the demonettes obviously fail their charge, and then the shades go in themselves. Now, while that's happening in the near ground there, the Cold One Knights have done pretty well against the Dragon Princes.
They have.
The hatred does a lot of work when you roll them to hit, man. It really is so helpful. And it's because it's pretty, like, I know the Dragon Princes have got extra attack, but the Cold One Knights do some work, and the Cold Ones are tough. Or I don't know, like
they're just
they're going to be jack all if they're not charging.
They were counter charging the first turn, and I think I can't remember if it was a draw. It might have been. I can't remember.
But they're only wounding. Is that wounding on 3s? Because you're tough 4. Is that right?
Yeah. Although I think
hang on. Do they have Furious Charge? Attacks.
But what happened with the shades was the shades obviously lost combat because they're shades, even though they got away. I'm like, Josh, you should have just left them there. Because what happened is suddenly the sword masters, because they broke, because they double outnumber them, suddenly the great swords are over. That's because they're close.
They still had like those. But that in 1.5. Well, you didn't kill anyone there, did you? They've got 2 higher initiative, and they still hit first, did they? You still would have hit. Because I noticed you didn't kill anyone.
First,
I was pretty close.
The weapon skill 6, I think, Sword Masters as well.
Yeah. I can't remember if I struck first or.
But you've lost like 3 guys there.
Yeah.
I think I might have struck second, actually. I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I shouldn't have gone in the flank. I probably should have. I mean, there was no particular need for me to charge with the demonettes. Like, I wasn't under any particular pressure. I could have sat there and peppered him. Really, that would have been the play, really. So that was a big mistake on my part, and it's very Bretonian of me to just go like, "Oh, I'm going to charge it."
Charge everything.
Always be charging.
Yeah.
So, but look, I mean, on the other side, so these witch elves did really well. So they got in, they took a charge from the Silver Helms, but because they strike first with renegades, they actually killed a bunch of Silver Helms straight up. And the Silver Helms did maybe one
defense, isn't it?
and they actually, so they had had two Silver Helms, so one behind the other one, and for like 3 or 4 turns, they would just win combats, so they win by 2, Silver Helms sort of give ground or fall back in good order, and then they sort of follow up into the other unit of Silver Helms, and so they were losing 1 or 2 unit models.
Classic Silver Helms.
But they were just taking the Silver Helms out. They did really well. Like, they just didn't have any range pressure, there was nothing else killing these witch elves, because they were just striking first each time, and, it was 19 attacks. Re-rolls with hatred if I pursued contact. Yeah. They were just putting it out.
Once the witch elves are in combat against strength 3 things too as well, and that's actually helps. Even though
they've only got a 3 up save, they're just Silver Helms.
Yeah, it was just enough to just push them back. Now the Swordmasters go into flanking the Cold Knights. I mean, the Cold Knights have been doing really well, so they had taken down they managed to kill every Dragon Prince by the end of that combat, but the Silver Helms did just take out the rest of the they just won the combat, and then the BSB ended up fleeing off the table, and then his BSB I've got a photo of that. Hold on, let me just see. Yeah. So his BSB did reform. My Seekers went in, didn't kill the BSB on the first turn, and then did finally kill it. And then the Swordmasters came across again. So they done the Cold One Knights, and then my Demonettes, because they hit the
MVPs Swordmasters,
the Spearmen. He had enough time that the Swordmasters could get in the flank. Oh man, I'm just regretting.
You're getting beaten up by 4th Ed Spearmen there.
I know. Yeah.
But the Demonettes though. So the crazy thing with this turn is that this looks awful. But you see those casualties that have been removed? Yeah. That's from this combat. So the Swordsmasters, even though they're charged in, they only get 4 attacks. I think he misses with 3 out of 4. He kills 1. I kill like 8 spearmen because I'm not charging. Yeah. Like Chris had terrible dice all this game, by the way. He missed like 3 out. Like he just kept rolling misses the whole time, and I'm like re-rolling my misses with hatred, and he's just like getting really annoyed the whole time. So because I won that combat quite well, and he just actually fell back in good order with both units, and then I think I tried to restrain, but then I failed the restrain test, and they just followed up into the spearmen. And then what else happened? So I don't think a huge amount. So the witch elves ended up slowly killing all the spearmen. The Silver Helms. The Seekers ended up going inside of the Spear Elves with the Demonettes with them, and then the piece de resistance. So these Marauders have been sitting next to the Black Tower the whole game, just adding scoring. So I think Chris scored the first 2 turns, and I scored 3 in a row after him. So I ended up scoring a bit more with the tower. The Spearmen ended up, the Swordmasters, he ended up using them to try to get into these Marauders near the end. So the Marauders just turned around, charged, like they turned around and just reformed out in the line, took the charge on the Spear Elf, the Swordmasters. The Swordmasters killed a bunch. I think they killed was it? Because there was a unit of 18 to start with. I killed a bunch. I killed I think it was 6. And then I killed 3 or something, but enough that I fell back in good order. And then he went again, and then he killed 3 more, and then I came back with how many attacks is there? 7 attacks, and I killed 5 Swordmasters. And then he broke, and so it was right down to the very end, that combat. I don't know, that I feel because he had his noble in there too. The noble in that last round of combat, 3s to hit, rolls 3, 1.
Something's a bit off with the rules of the infantry though. That how big was that unit still going? Was it 12 or 14 Swords Masters? Oh no, it wasn't that high.
It was only 9 by the time it got into combat. So when they were charging,
like if you told me, like if you talk about Warhammer, and okay, I've got 9 Swords Masters and I'm going up against 18 Marauders, I think those elves have fucking caned them. Like in 8, they're probably still it's just because of that extra rule with the infantry and stuff.
It's the extra. It was the extra rank of attacks and the fact that Marauders had great weapons as well. So that was enough, because it's not like they weren't double their weapon skill, so it's not like those guys were being hit on 2s. They're still hitting on 3s, and then hit on 4s. So there wasn't enough differentiation there, and there's 2s to win for both sides. So and so a bit of a poor roll, and then suddenly they're just being minced. The Kol Slanesh came off in the end. Not through any particularly great tactical sort of inspiration. I think I've made a few critical errors, but the hatred and I think just the way things played out was well in my favor. So I think I drew a bridge, which was like 2d6 extra points. Chris had staked a trading post, so I took that, and he took the bridge. So I'm on three pieces of terrain. All 3 territories, I guess I should say.
How much points do you have for the second one? How does that work then?
So the trading post gives me 30 more points and access to a second magic item, which is sweet.
Magic missiles. What are you doing?
That would be good, Pew pew.
I haven't really decided what I'm running in that regard yet. Now, the other thing that more pertinent, because coming out the other end of that round, I got a few questions about, because people are writing fluff for it and stuff, and it's being posted in the chat, and they're like, okay, so can characters die and stuff, or or do we just do it? Like, do we just keep writing the fluff for it? And they were asking me, for rules for like injuries and stuff, and I'm like, well, I did have injury rules for the old campaign, but I haven't done it for this one. But then there was enough people sort of querying it that like pretty much today I have sat down, done a little towel, table for injury and skills. It's not too complicated. So it's pretty much like if the character dies during the battle. This is like second draft. So this is not finalized, but second draft. You roll a 2d6 injury table. 2 to 4, it's a major injury, and you roll on the major injury table. 5 to 6, you lose 2 XP. 7 to 9 is full recovery. 10 to 11 is you gain 1 XP, battle scars, and then 12 you get against all odds, you get a new skill. But if you roll 2 to 4 on the injury table, major injury, you roll another 2d6. 2 to 4, dead. You're just dead.
Just dead.
Which, so I felt like that creates more what's the word? Suspense when you roll poorly on the first one. There's suddenly go, oh god, this is gonna be really bad. Because these are mostly pretty bad on the whole. But 2 to 4 is dead. 5 is a chest wound, so -1 toughness. Oof. 6 is an arm injury, -1 strength. Oof. 7 is blinded in one eye, randomly determined which eye. You reduce both weapon skill and ballistic skill by 1
but only if attacked from that flag.
If you that's right. Well done. If you suffer it a second time, they're forced to retire. Leg injuries, -1 movement whilst on foot. And again, if you go a second time, you can retire. And then psychological scars, which is a 9. Leadership and initiative are reduced by 1, and then 10 to 12, misdiagnosis. The character wasn't that badly injured after all. They only suffered 1 injury and losing 2 XP. And then for the skills, so I don't know, I'm kind of happy with this system now. I'm basically running off raising a Westerlands, so the XP gain is the same. So you get 1 XP for surviving the battle, 1 MP per character in the slain, per trophy of war captured or enemy destroyed by the game, and the general gets 1 XP if they win. So it's literally the same as raising Westerlands. What I've done is completely changed the advancement system. So a character advances each time they reach one of the following threshold of experience points. So it's it's a bit of a sliding scale. So at 4 XP, 8 XP, 12, 18, 24, 32, 40, and 50 is the cap. You get an advancement table roll. The advancement table roll is just a D6. On a 1, you can add Armor Bane 1 to a weapon of your choice. On a 2, you can improve either weapon skill or ballistic skill by 1. And 3 up, you gain a new skill. Each skill can only be taken once per army. And a character can never have more tier 2 skills than tier 1 skills within the same category. So there are 4 categories. So there's command stuff, which is like leadership type stuff. There's the warrior stuff, which is more like hand-to-hand stuff. There's survivalists, which is a bit more mobility, but also a bit of shooting in there. And there's arcana stuff, which is mage type stuff. So yeah, there's 2 tiers. So you got to have at least 1 in tier 1 to be able to take 1 in tier 2. And like, I don't know if I want to go.
Points, they're just the same, but okay, I see. Yeah,
but you can take
tier 1. Yeah.
If the first time you roll this, you can take whatever skill you want out of any category.
Yeah.
Of tier 1, but you can only take it once. And even if that character dies, it doesn't unlock it again. So that's the the inherent balancing nature of this. So like Wave Commander, like the tier 1s are like you can increase your command range by 3. That's not capped. It's a minor one. You can automatically pass a panning check. The first one you make in the battle. You can increase the leadership by 1, or you gain rallying cry. And then tier 2, it's a bit more interesting. So you gain +1 combat res if you're outnumbered. You can get a +1 to roll off for table sides and who takes the first turn, just because that's what you got. And then Battle Mentor gives additional XP to any all other surviving characters, kind of thing. So that's sort of the commander.
Wow.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like that's I mean, like you're spending a skill to then buff your other characters. So there's a lot of stuff in there like that where so the warrior one, so you get extra attack when fighting a challenge. There's a tier 1 duelist. Increase your initiative by 1, reroll a thing that fail armor save, sort of like stone effect, and then improve an armor piercing by 1. And then tier 2, you have immune to killing blow, you get impact hit or natural talent. You can reroll your rolls in the advancement table just for that character all the time. The survivalist is quite sort of diverse because it's it's a bit like survivaling stuff. So True Grit, you get a ward save. If you already have a ward save, you can re-roll it. Tough as old boots, you can just re-roll your injury table roll. Fieldcraft, you can get the Vanguard if you're on foot. Eagle Eyes, you can add extra 6 inches to the range. And then if you're unlocking tier 2, it's the Field Doctor. If this character participates in the battle and survive, you can re-roll a single major injury table roll made for another friendly character. Fleet-footed, you can evade. And Deadeye, you can get sniper when shooting with a mundane missile weapon. So like it's just like a range of like survivally type stuff. And then the Arcanist one, mostly there's a wizard only, but not all of them. So wizard only is once per turn you can get a +1 to a cast. Once per battle you can re-roll the miscast table. Once per turn you can re-roll a failed dispel. Those are all wizard only, but then you've also got intuition, which is a magic resistance, -1. And then tier 2, there's also a non-wizard one in there, which is once per turn this character may attempt a single dispel as if they're a level 1 wizard, which
that's cool.
Very situational, but it's kind of cool.
Because I thought when you were just talking about it, it'd be cool, if you had like the ability to occasionally conduit something through someone else's character, which is sort of that in a way. It's a dispel. Which is
you get to be a hedge mage.
That's
right. And then the wizard only for tier 2, you +1 to dispelling bound spells, which I think is kind of nice in this sort of game. And then generate an extra spell. So that's sort of
So when do you roll this? Now that you've just added this, do they get to roll next game, or you just do some random stuff? Do you do rolls on a call, or what?
Well, they probably won't. No one will probably hit 4 XP.
Oh, because you got to get 4, because you're only really getting 2 or something, or maybe 3.
Well, survive the battle is 1. General might get another one.
One per enemy character slain. Okay.
And then 1 per enemy character slain per standard captured or enemy destroyed. So you could get you could get a number. And then you can generate it if you get lucky with the injury.
Because you didn't have this in game 1. Does this drive list building a little bit to try and really hammer those 4 or 3 ways to get XPs? Well, not really.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll change this building. But yeah, I feel like this is a more sort of fully thought out sort of experience system than what.
I didn't mean list building. Like, I wonder if it changes how you play the game.
Yeah, I reckon it would.
Yeah.
In terms of sort of keeping people alive
this and your objectives, you'd be looking at things like that, which is good.
Yep.
I mean,
I think it would. I think that is totally. I'd be keen for that to change your priorities a bit, but then I think narratively it adds a lot. You know, if you've got a dude with like 2 or 3 cool skills that is also on -1 toughness because he got a chest wound early on, like, you know,
he wants to get in combat or something, but he's like weak. That'd be funny.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'll tweak this a little bit more in the next couple of days, but I think this is really close to a final. And I think this is very usable as a general advancement system in the Orla.
That's cool, man.
There we go, Josh. I'm gonna get you
for Battle March.
GW.
Use your stuff for our Battle March games, Jim. Andrew. Hey, I got to answer Maddie. I didn't want to interrupt Josh when he was talking. So Maddie's asking if I'm going to accept his challenge for Old Hammer. Potentially, but like I did get, the only problem is I've got 3 sitting there. And on one hand, I was going to go, maybe I should just randomize it on a call and just accept one. But I did remember after a few weeks back, Matt challenged me and I owed him one because I had to step out of the Broadmeadow one. I feel bad not grudging him because I had to step out of his other one. So Maddie, I guess if you're waiting for me to answer, I probably should, if I don't randomize it, maybe I should do not Matt. But then the problem is, I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I was thinking, but I have to sort it out and I feel bad I haven't got back to you. So I will work that out.
People are lining up for Gomo's scalp.
Yeah, I've got 3. And I've got, what's his name? Not Joseph. What's the orc player? What's his name? Jacob Lalingus, or however you say it. The guy who plays the orcs. Yeah, so I don't know if he's challenged me, but I'm not taking orcs. I am definitely playing him whenever I'm taking my orcs to Old Hammer. We're grudging and playing an orc off, but I don't think I'll take orcs this year because I haven't done anything for Old Hammer. I just got to take Beastman or something. Otherwise, I need to let him know. I might own not Matt and grudge because I felt bad he came all the way up from Sydney and then that was just the way it worked out. We didn't have any. We didn't need to drop anyone, so then I stepped out. So I might have to do not Matt's first. That's all. So I'll work that out tomorrow. I'll let everyone know, and then I'll accept the grudge just so Maddie's not hanging around waiting for me. Cool. Did you do any hobby before we close it out? I've got a little bit, just one thing really. I just wanted to bring up, but yeah. Andrew, that is.
Mate.
Yeah.
No. But I will. Sorry, I was, because I was talking to Nick today. I did say, because this is in the hobby realm, give him a bit of a shout out. So, talking to Nick from Gap Games today regarding Castle Assault, and basically Gap Games has started a YouTube channel, which he's obviously hosting. And that's really, for the moment, really deep into the hobby side of things. So, yeah, shout out there. It's pretty good quality.
Well, the video that he put up for that basing was bloody awesome. Like, for the simplicity of what he was doing. For the effect he got for the simplicity he was doing, I should say.
Yeah. He's done a painting one as well, which was like, they only go for like maybe, 10, 15 minutes. But, yeah, they're really good. I got some good information out of his painting one. I thought it was really good.
We'll have to definitely remember to put the links. Yeah,
I'll have to throw the link in. But yeah, check that out. You could just throw on Gap Games as well in YouTube and it comes straight up.
It comes up. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll throw the link in. And the only other thing I've been doing is getting the rest of my resin setup together. So I've got a nice little wash station and my cure station. So yeah, hopefully I can start printing. I've got a bunch of resin.
I was going to say, what are you printing? Like, what's the first things you're printing? Or is it more like decorative and enhancement-y stuff? Like,
I'll be dabbling in everything. I'll be doing a little bit of little Josh, little Crackdown, I reckon. I'm a little.
I'm so keen just to see next week. There'll just be like, just mess and bottles everywhere in the background.
We get to find out how allergic to resin Andrew is.
But that's some people. There's not like, random bits of trash and paper towels, and like you can almost smell the fumes of chemicals in the air.
Yeah, you just taste it.
Yeah.
It's mysterious discolored fluids.
I love the smell of 100% alcohol in the morning. It's good. Go out winter clear you out. It's funny. Just quickly, I'll just do like I didn't get a lot because I was away, and then but I am still going on some Cathay. But what I wanted to bring up was last time.
That looks so good.
We were chatting about the they're just sort of stuff I'm starting to do. They're not finished, but I'm just a little basing and stuff. But I'll give a shout to Pete Pratt from Ireland, who runs the Island Masters over there, has used Alba rankings for running tournaments over there. And after he listened to, 2 weeks ago, I guess, and I was talking about how to, I was saying with the Shigengen, what to do around the, putting him on top of the rock stuff, or, the new basing, it wouldn't look too good, or I wasn't sure what to use for a baggage cart and stuff. And then he sent me what he uses, which actually I already had because I'm a patron of Beyond or whatever, Beholders or whatever they're called, is his baggage train for Cathay, which I'm totally stealing now because it's cool. It's a little baggage train with he's just used bits from, the halberds and the little hats and stuff from some of the packs and the banner and stuff. These little Apple things, they're all in the 3D print that comes with this. But what I've done is I've printed more of these little buildings. So then I'm going to use something. This is not done by any means, but I just sort of stood him on so you can see what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to use some of the little buildings. So I've ripped the wood off, the rock off this guy, and I'll have him sitting on the little building instead.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yep. And on top of that, I've printed a bunch more of the little boxes with the little things in it, and obviously I've got heaps of shields and all that. So I'll be able to do a similar thing to this. I'm just totally stealing Pete's ideas here, but they look cool, so I'm going to do that.
Inspired by, that is good.
So I printed
on the shoulders of giants.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I just need to go and augment it. That's a good little. I totally forgot all about it. It was like November's Patreon or something last year or something, and I went back and went, oh, I do have it. So, a big shout out for that. But it's Beholders, or whatever they're called, Beholder Miniatures, or whatever they're called. They did a Cathay range. So,
they're looking really, really good. So they're your bases, the ones that you were doing from the first picture.
They're not. I mean, I paid for the base.
But you're painting. They look really, really nice. Really.
Well, these ones are in progress. They're not as good.
They're coming up really good. I agree.
But
but they take they're taking the. Is that using oil wash there again, or is that just acrylic wash? Because that's
it's just Syrah from sepia, and then I just dab it.
Well,
off.
That's coming up nicely.
Dabbing
it off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then I do a little bit of dry brushing on the white tile. Like it's hard to do it on the little one, but on the bigger tiles, you can really get that tile effect. You know what's really funny? I'm starting to enjoy painting white. It used to be the thing I hated. I reckon after all this, I could do a pretty good
transcended into a white painter finally.
But it would probably start off dark. Well, I'd still go with some weird ass different. I'd probably
start with a black primer again.
No, it wouldn't be a black primer, but it'd be a darker grey or like a grey, and then I'd airbrush up.
I can't deal with it. So I start white and then work down. I can't deal with.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I mean, these guys start off brown, but they do have that. What I say that is because they got the white trim all along, and with just a bit of the airbrushing Zenithal, I don't have to do anything for it. And then I just put a little bit of grey shading in it and a little bit of highlight, and it comes out pretty nice. Because the secret to painting white is you never paint white, isn't it? That's sort of like the secret. Like it's not white, and then eventually you just put a little bit of white at the top.
Yeah.
And
it's like a gem, just a little.
Yeah. But I'll just keep plugging away and obviously start doing some chaos as well. So Should be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It will be.
Myself instead of that one. There we go.
That's gonna be
Anyway, that is our episode 151.
Yep. Very nice.
150 guys you got through.
I know. By the way, I don't think I even mentioned that it was 150 last week. Did you have a little graphic up? I think you had balloons or something up on the screen for the.
Yeah, well, when you think if that's 151, we're like 5 weeks away from 3 years. Or something. I don't know. I can't do the maths that quick, but it must be that, isn't it?
Yeah, put these numbers out there. I'm just like, oh, hang on.
156 would be.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what amazing things you might have done by not spending 3 years, 2 hours every week on this, doing this? How much more hobby would have got done?
Yeah, so John did it quickly. 156 is 3 years. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Wow. The crazy thing is we have not missed a week. And we've only pre-recorded 1 week.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
that's insane. Did we
I'm on for the next 2 weeks as well. So you gotta,
Well, yeah, you're off. I know.
I'll get some special guests in.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Oldhammer coming up very closely.
Maybe John, someone can come on.
I was meaning to give a shout out for that, but I've got. Oh crap! I've got to submit a list for that.
Same.
I found out that it's this Friday. I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
Decide
what army I'm taking.
I'll have to get the pack out again. We need banners. Is that right?
Yeah, apparently banners. As many banners as you can fit in the suitcase. Bring them all down to Sydney.
All the banners.
Until the last event, the last scenario.
I did have an idea.
Well, no banners at all. No, get rid of them all.
And then I think the first mission, it wouldn't go well on a King of the Hill one because you have to have the full banner model on the hill, hey, for that first mission.
I think so. Entirely on the hill. Yeah.
I was thinking of bringing a lot of goblin chariots with banners, but then I'm like, they won't fit on the hill.
That's funny.
Yeah, you got to think of the net benefit as well.
Yeah.
Worth 50 points more.
Or you could still do lots of goblin because you can take a banner on every one of them, can't you? Because they're just.
I think so. Yeah.
Of them.
Yeah, you can.
So they can be
limited by how
2
many.
and 3.
How many? Doesn't he have max 3 of us? Or max 4? I guess they're core, aren't they? Wait,
4. Sorry.
So 4. Yeah.
No, I think it's. Yeah, you might be right there. Yeah. But it's a nomadic war. Then you have a couple of big units of poor boys just to kill whoever's on the hill.
Well, you running nomadic?
Well, that was one idea I thought if I was going to take on Jacob because he's got hawks. I went, maybe I should take nomadic war and just have it a walk on. But I don't know if I can put one together quick enough, like as in a list, because maybe I should. That'd be fun.
Yeah. John said he might delay the deadline if the FAQ doesn't drop, which I'm pretty sure it won't drop before this Friday. There's a good chance it'll drop like 2 days before the event.
Yeah, it will. You watch. It's going to be freaking. Yeah, you're right. It will be. Oh, hang on. No, it will. You're right. It's going to be the Friday before the tournament.
Yeah, and Val's still working in the background on the Renegade. That's the thing with the Renegade. It was amazing how much clear air the Renegades sequence got up to this point. And I think the Vampire Count's re-release is imminent. The final resource releases of all the Renegades factions are imminent. It could all happen between now and the 15th of July or 17th of July. 17th? I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 weeks from this
18th.
weekend, isn't it?
That's 18th of July.
Yeah.
One of those weekends.
Yeah. So I can't remember what's John doing. I mean, how late do those things go in until they're
last time the Ogre's Renegades got changed like 2 days beforehand or 3 days beforehand, and they just had to run with it, and everyone just adjusted the lists to suit.
Love it. I
last minute. Yeah, it's the way to do it.
I know there's
stuff in.
I know there's a ranking system, but do we care that much about shit? Let's just play the game.
Yeah, play with the newest rules possible.
Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know what shitstorm that caused last year or 2 years ago at another tournament. Anyway, let's close it off. It's a late one. Thanks for listening to Old World Fanatics, everyone. Really do appreciate that. Please like, subscribe, all the usual sort of YouTube goodness. Check out our Patreon over on patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. And I guess pre-order. Get some money.
Yes.
Do an extra newspaper paperboy route or something and get your course set ordered on Saturday.
Stop ordering so much avocado and toast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We really appreciate listening, everyone. We'll let you, love you, leave you, keep painting, and I guess we'll talk to you next week. See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ciao.